What's up, everybody? It's AJ with etrailer.com. Today we're going to be checking out the Shocker Hitch XRC. Taking a look at the whole assembly, we have it in a 2-inch configuration, so that's what the shank is. We have an adapter on there. This is the assembly here. This is going to be the add-on drop ball that we have in place with the adjustments. Every hole here is an adjustment point you can make, so you're going to use the drop ball if you have a lower trailer that you need to hook up to with your truck, so you get that drop down in the drop position so it meets that trailer so it can tow it nice and even. Now how this works is we have the clips on the side. You can pull those out, and then you can remove the pins on the side. Now these are big pins here. They come out pretty easily, and I like that because the handles are so big too. I can get like 3 fingers, maybe 4 in there. You can get it pulled out there easy. And it's much easier than the smaller pins here that sometimes you struggle with, or you end up, or at least I do, go to pull them and I hit my hand on something else. I like that these are easier to remove and get out of the way. So I remove the bottom one. Let's get rid of the top one, and then the accessory can be removed. Now you can see the inside, all the adjustment points here, so you can move it up and down as you need it, or wherever you need it to be to adjust to that truck and trailer. Another nice thing about it is it's just not just this accessory. There's also a double ball mount you can put on here, or a pencil hook. If you get a different kind of trailer, a different size trailer, and you need to do that, you don't have to buy a whole new assembly. I like that. You can just buy this portion and switch it out as easy as that. We got it backed up to our boat trailer. We're gonna go ahead and lower it down. We'll put the coupler on the ball. See if we got the drop ball height right. That looks good right there. Looks like it's riding flat. Just gonna bring the wheel up some more. Adjust it to the side. Lock our coupler and hook up our safety chains, and we're ready to hit the road. Now that it's hooked up to our truck, we can talk about how the shock absorption works. Not gonna be able to show you much because that's a pretty stiff rubber bushing in there, so you're not going to see much movement when you're towing, especially with this boat trailer. But what it does is absorb some of that shock, so that push and pull from the trailer. If you have a trailer that chucks a lot and you're driving along, you can feel it push, or just the disturbance while you're driving. It's going to eliminate some of that, and you won't feel it while you're driving down the road. Now, it's not going to eliminate all of it, but it will help you out with it. Now, if you're looking for something, you're towing something a little bit bigger than this boat trailer, a little heavier duty, they do have the air receiver hitch, which has a built-in airbag, and so that's meant for more heavy-duty equipment. So if that's what you're looking at, I would look at that option as well, because that's going to help you out. The way it's set up right now, we have a 4.5-inch drop. So that's going to be from the center of the hitch pin hole to where our ball sits. So then we can also go all the way down to 7.5 at its lowest position. So you can only go as low as the holes line up. So you can't go any lower than this, even though you could do that, but you need both of those to line up to put the pins through. So this is the 7.5-inch drop that you can get with this whole assembly. If you look up here towards the top, this is where the shock is based, and this is what's going to help you give you that resistance or absorb the chucking of that trailer. So once this is hooked up to the trailer and it pushes forward, or whatever happens while you're going down the road, if you hit the brakes suddenly, it's going to come forward a little bit. This is going to absorb some of that shock right here and make sure it doesn't transfer to your vehicle. If you look right here, there's a Zerg fitting. That way you can add more grease to the whole assembly so it works like the first time you use it. So that's very nice to have that for maintenance, so you can keep it up to date. Something I do want to point out is it does not have a hitch pin included, so you have to buy one separately. So if you're going to buy one anyway, I would get a locking hitch pin. It's going to make things easier. That way you can lock this up to your hitch and nobody can remove it when you're not around. Now, if you want, or you're worried about security here of your accessory, Infinite Rule offers a 3-lock set. So you'll get a lock that goes in the hitch pin. You're gonna get 2 locks that go right here with your accessory. So whichever one you're using, this will be all locked up so nobody can take this when you're not around, and then this assembly will be locked to the hitch. Look at the whole assembly. It's gonna be made out of black powder coat, cold rolled grade 50 steel, and then the ball is gonna be zinc plated. So it's gonna hold up just fine in the elements if you decide to leave it on the back of your truck all the time. The weather won't get to it. Now, it could still get scratched and stuff, but the black powder coat's there. It's gonna help it from getting rusted and corroded. Overall, I think it's gonna be pretty useful. The drop balls are gonna be really good if you have one of those trailers that's pretty low and you need to get just a little bit lower than the assembly can let you. This is gonna help you out. The whole thing though, I like what it comes with. I like to be able to switch out the accessory whenever I need to change things up. I don't have to have a bunch of these assemblies in the back of my truck. taking up a bunch of room. I just have the accessories back there, and it's easy enough to take those out and put them in. The only thing I really didn't like about it is that it doesn't come with the lock system, but you can always get that from the Infinite Rule, and that way everything can be all locked up and stay right where it is where you left it. Well, I think that does it. Thanks for hanging out, and I hope this helped.